Georgio ASMR.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is Georgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and I'm back with another ASMR video, and I figured, it would be a cool time to do another bedtime story, and this one is called Santa is Coming to Louisiana, and it's written by Steve Smallman, and it's illustrated by Robert Dunn and Jim Mitchell. And this book is the way it's written is very interesting. It's written in a rectangular type shape, and the words are like positioned over the pictures and stuff. And I think nonetheless, it's gonna be fun to find out what happens in this story. And so before we start, I hope that you all find you a nice warm blanket to get comfortable under and feel safe with, and some hot chocolate, or some tea or wine or whatever you like to drink, and let's get into the story, shall we? Oh, and when you first open the book, you see this really cool page where you can write your name on it, and it seems like it seems like you're sending a note to Santa, or Santa sending a note to you. So I thought that was a nice, cool touch that they added to the story. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's go and get to this first page, okay? Well, boomed Santa, have all the children from Louisiana been good this year? Well, mostly, answered the little old elf as he bustled across the busy workshop to Santa's desk. Santa peered down at the elf from behind the tall, teetering piles of letters that the children of Louisiana had sent him. Mostly, asked Santa, looking over the top of his glasses. Yes, but they all been especially good in the last few days. I don't know why I just said that in the Santa voice, and that was the elf part, but nonetheless. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. Then we'd better get their presents loaded up. Even though the sack of potatoes was really, really big, and the elves were really, really small, they seemed to have no trouble loading it onto Santa's sleigh. Though how they managed to fit such a big sack onto one little sleigh, even they didn't know. But somehow they did. Splendid, boomed Santa. We're ready to go. Not quite, Santa, said the little old elf. One of our reindeer is missing. Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Asked Santa. The youngest one, Santa, said the elf. It's his first flight tonight, and I've called him and called him, but just then a young reindeer strolled up, munching on a large carrot. Where have you been? Asked Santa. But the youngest reindeer was crunching so loudly that it was no wonder he hadn't heard the little old elf calling. Oh, well, never mind, said Santa, giving the reindeer a little wink. He took out his Santa knave and tapped into the coordinates for Louisiana. This will guide us to Louisiana in no time. Crunch, 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 which is what the reindeer was doing. With a flick of the reins and a jerk of the harness, off they went, racing through the sky. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. We'll soon have these presents delivered to the Pelican State. Santa's sleigh flew through the starry night, heading south across the Arctic Ocean. On they flew in the wintry air over Canada, and in a wink of an eye, the sleigh was flying above the Mississippi and on to Louisiana. The youngest reindeer was very excited. He had never been away from the North Pole before. They were just nearing Lake Pontchartrain when suddenly they ran into a thick fog. Mist swirled around the sleigh. They couldn't see a thing. The youngest reindeer was getting a bit worried, but Santa didn't seem concerned. "In 2 miles," said Santa Knave in the bossy lady's voice. Keep left at the next star." "But ma'am," Santa blustered, "I can't see any stars in this fog." Soon they were hopelessly lost. Ding dong, which the bells were ringing from the sleigh. Then, through the swirling fog, the youngest reindeer heard a faint ringing sound again. Ding dong. He looked over the old reindeer with the red nose, but he had his head down. "Red nose? I wonder who that could be." Ding dong. And of course the sound just kept going. There was that sound again, like church bells ringing. The youngest reindeer turned around to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seemed to be arguing with the little box with buttons on it. With a flick of the harness, a jerk of the reins, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off toward the sound of the bells, pulling Santa and his sleigh behind him. "Whoa!" cried Santa, pulling his hat straight. "What's going on?" Then, to his surprise, he heard the ringing sound. "Well done, young reindeer," he shouted cheerfully. "It must be church bells. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming." And then suddenly, crunch! The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the fog. "You have arrived," said Santa Knave unhelpfully. Finally, when the fog had lifted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Stuck right around the spire of St. Louis Cathedral. "Everybody pull!" Then the reindeer pulled with all their might until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleigh scraped clear and Santa steered them safely over the French Quarter, above the Tulane, past the New Orleans Museum of Art, and down into City Park. Luckily, there was no real damage done, but the packages had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted out the presents into order again. "All right," said Santa. "Thanks to the young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children. Santa is coming." Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Louisiana, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could go, which was pretty fast for a chubby fellow, don't you think? There were big chimneys in Baton Rouge, small chimneys in Lafayette. He squeezed down thin chimneys in Shreveport. Oh man, that's my hometown. How cool is that? And plummeted down fat chimneys in Alexandria. The youngest reindeer was amazed at how quickly they went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all, and it looked like the children in Louisiana were going to be very lucky this year. But the youngest reindeer was starting to feel a bit weary and quite hungry too. Aw, poor Dinky. In house after house, Santa delved inside his sack for packages of every shape and size. He piled them in Christmas trees and carefully filled up the stockings with surprises. And house after house, the good children of Louisiana had left out a large plate of cookies, a small glass of milk, and a big, crunchy carrot. Santa took a little bite out of each cookie, a tiny sip of milk, and wiped his beard and popped the carrots into his sack. That didn't sound right. Oh, nonetheless, let's go to the next stage. From New Orleans to Lake Charles, from Nacogdoches to Denham Springs, from Monroe to Metairie, all the places in between, Santa and his sleigh visit every house in Louisiana. Santa delivered presents to Andrew, Allison, Anna, Gabrielle, Archie, Ashley, even my cousins, even my family members. The list went on and on. Zach, Zara, Zeb, Zoe, Zabel. Zabel? That must be a spelling mistake, surely. Finally, Santa delivered the last present on his long Louisiana list. Great moons and stars, sighed Santa. It's past midnight and my sack seems as heavy as ever. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Santa opened his sack to check, but it was full of juicy, crunchy carrots. Santa divided the carrots among all the reindeer. Well done, he said, putting the youngest reindeer gently on the nose. Or petting. But the youngest reindeer didn't hear him. He was too busy munching. Then it was time to set off for home. Santa reset his Santa nav, which is his GPS by the way, one more time to the North Pole. And soon they were speeding over the Mississippi River through the crisp, starry night. Ho, 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 said Santa as he laughed. Merry Christmas, Louisiana. And that is it for you all. That is your bedtime story for Christmas. And I hope that you all have a blissful holiday season, a Merry Christmas. And remember, the biggest gift that you can give someone is quality time, your care, and just letting them know that you're there for them, even in the bad days, And as long as everyone gets at least one gift, then all is well, right? But nonetheless, I appreciate you all for listening in on this story. I hope that you enjoyed it. I didn't want to do all the whispering because I find that it hurts my throat. So when I whisper for a long period of time, and I just find it easier for me to do a soft-spoken voice and kind of mix it in with my normal voice. You know what I'm saying? And, it was fun. So I hope that you enjoyed the awesome sounds and this awesome book. You can get this book at Barnes and Noble. You can get it at Sam's Club, which is like a big huge variety store. It's like $8.64 at that store, but regardless of what price you pay for this book, it is totally worth whatever they charge. So definitely get this for your children if you have kids, and let me know what other kind of ASMR type videos that are similar to this that you would like for me to read. If there's like a short story similar to this that you want me to read on the channel, give me the recommendations in the comment section below, and I will definitely read those to you on this channel. Anyways, you all take care and have a blessed one. Peace out.